everyone, I'm Clem and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about my 2019 most anticipated releases. So there are a lot of books that are coming out this year that I'm really anticipating, but some of them are books I can't read, like because they are the sequel to a series I haven't finished yet, or I'm not like on the right books like to read this one, or basically there are just books that I would like to read but I can't, so I'm not going to mention them in this video. So also I'm not going to mention the books that came out in January that I want to read because like it's a bit late. So I'm going to start with February. So the first book is On the Come Up by Angie Thomas, and this is coming out on the 5th. So this is the second book by Angie Thomas, and she's the one who wrote The Hate U Give, but I think you know that. And in this book we're following Brie, and Brie wants to become a hip-hop singer or rapper, one of those two. And like her father was some pretty big star, and so she's really she's stressed by that, like with a father figure being a really star in the whole rap and hip-hop business. But at some point her mom lost her jobs and shits happened, and so Brie asked to find a job and asked to become a rapper in order to help her mom and save her family. And so this book sounds really good and I really enjoyed The Hate U Give. It was really powerful. The movie is finally coming out today. I'm going to see it tomorrow. I'm really excited, but anyway, that's not the point. So I really have high expectations for this book because Thug was so amazing that I expect On the Come Up to be as good, or at least if it's possible. The second book that comes out in February is Enchantée by, I don't remember her name, and this also comes out on the 5th. And in this one we're following this girl, and I forgot the name again, and basically it's happening in France during the French Revolution, so in 1789. And she can do magic, but like it's not really good. And at some point she finds herself at the court, at the King's Court, and she does stuff, she does magic, and she finds this guy, and a lot of things happens. Like, I mean, of course a lot of things happens, it's a book, but I don't know, I'm really interested in the fact that first it's happening in France, so in my country, during one of the most important events of our history, so I'm also excited. There is magic, and all of that really sounds amazing and I can't wait to read it as soon as possible. So the next book I really want to read this year is The Opposite of Always by Justin A. Reynolds, and this is coming out on the 2nd of March, no, the 5th of March. And so in this story we following Jack, and Jack is really a perfect kid in a way, like because he's really smart, he has good grades, he made it into varsity, he's a valedictorian, so really he got everything he wants. But at some point he meet this girl, Kate, and he falls in love with her and everything is perfect, but eventually she dies. And so Jack is really sad and he doesn't really know what happens, but suddenly he's back at the beginning of his love story with Kate and she's alive, and now he has this opportunity to save her from death. And so you don't really know if it's time traveling. Actually it is time traveling, but Jack can actually save Kate, and he's trying to do that even though he's going to learn that his action can have consequences on the lives of others. So this story is a little bit weird and I'm really intrigued by it, and that's why I want to read it. And I think it's really different from everything I've read lately, so I'm really open for some new and sci-fi contemporary. Like, I'm a sucker for contemporary and I'm sure I'm going to love that. I can't wait for it to come out. Then we're in April and there are a lot of books that I really want to read in April. The first one is Since We Last Spoke by Brenda Riffner, and this is coming out on the 2nd of April. So this one, what's happening is a little bit blurry for me, but I'm going to try to explain what I understood. So we have those two characters, Aggie, and I don't remember the other name of the guy, or maybe Aggie is a guy and then I don't remember the name of the girl. But basically they live next to each other and they share a driveway and they fall in love and everything is perfect. But at some point their siblings, their older siblings, have a car accident and they die. And so the two families are like enemies, like a bit like the Montague and the Capulets, but it has nothing to do with that, with Romeo and Juliet. And so the girl and the boy, Aggie, and the other one, like, they don't love each other anymore because it's too hard, and they hate each other in a way that's really weird because, you know, they blame each other for the death of their siblings. But at some point they reunite at a party and they like go back together, but then Aggie's sister is missing, and so Aggie and the other character has to come up together and to face their family in order to to stop the drama and to find a sister or his sister, I don't know. And basically that's it. I don't really know anything else about this book, but once again this is a book that really intrigues me because I don't read things like that, and this year I want to like open my field of read. I don't know if I can say that, it's not real English, but like to be open to new sort of contemporaries, YA, like things that change a bit from what I'm reading usually. And this sounds perfect. Next, we've got The Meaning of Birds by J. Robin Brown, and this is coming out on the 16th of April. So this book is about Jessica, and Jessica has a lot of anger issues and she can't really control her violence and one day she meets Vivi and they fall in love and everything is perfect. Vivi helps Jessica to control her anger, and she pushes her to become an artist because Jessica is really talented. But one day Vivi passes away, and from then Jessica doesn't want to do anything. Like, she doesn't want to go to art school anymore because she associates art with Vivi, and Vivi is no longer here, and so she's really like becoming her older self. But at some point when while she's in New York, she finds this new person, and this person might be the solution to her problems, and for her to actually see that it's possible to have a life after Vivi. Once again, this book is really sad because there is people dying. Like, it's going to be the theme of this video, like my most anticipated release with a lot of death. And but once again, it's something I don't read a lot, like gay but female and female relationship. Like, I think I've never read about it, like really a book centered around that. Oh yes, generally what I read is the opposite of Unrequited, and the only book I read about a lesbian relationship, and I'm really interested to read that, and I think it's important to read about lesbian like love stories. I read a lot about men and men love stories, but not about the lesbian one, so I'm really excited to read this. And even though it sounds sad, it also sounds like a really beautiful story, and I can't wait to see what it will be. And also in April we have Hot Dog Girl by Jenny Duggan, that's coming out on the 30th, sorry. In this book we're following Lou, and Lou wanted to have this perfect summer, but a lot of stuff happens. First, she has a job in the theme park as a giant hot dog girl. Also, his crush has a girlfriend who is for Lou perfect, and the park is going to close, and so she is going to date this girl in order to get back at her crush, or to like attract him, like to maybe he will like see her and be attracted by her. And also she is going to try to save the park to provide it from closing. This book sounds to be a perfect summer read, so I will not buy it in April because, as I said, I'm poor, but also because I'm going to keep it for the summer. Like eventually I will buy it in June or July, because I feel it's going to be perfect to read for the summer. Like it's going to be a really quick and really easy read and really cute. So I can't wait. On the 7th of May there is Aurora Rising, the new book by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman that is coming out, and it's the first book in their new trilogy, I think. So this is a sci-fi book and it's happening like in the year 2380, something like that. Yes, that's it. And so we're following Ty, and Ty just came out of this Aurora, I think, this academy. And he has to form a team of fighters, but he ends up with the losers and the outsiders and the outcasts. And also he ends up with this girl, Ori, and Ori has been for 2 centuries, like she has slept for 2 centuries, and so she's really lost and disconnected from the world. But apparently she might be the reason like there's going to be a war. And Ty's team happened to be the only one who can save the planet, like, so how convenient. But still, I loved the Illuminae files, like it's one of the best things I ever read. And so I'm really excited to see what they did with this book. Like it sounds amazing just like that, and I'm sure the story is going to be mind-blowing and everything I like, so I really can't wait. Last but not least, on November, on the 19th actually, the new book by Cassandra Clare is coming out, and it's Chains of Gold. This is happening after the Dark Artifices, no, the Infernal Devices, and so we're following the children of of Tessa and Will, and all the things that happen. I don't really know a lot about it, and I don't want to read to know now what it's about, because either I'm going to be really excited and it's not coming out before the end of the year, so I don't need to get excited about this book now because I have too long to wait before reading it. So that's all you're going to get for this book. So yeah guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also to like this video. Tell me in the comments down below what are your most anticipated release for 2019. I would love to know. And I will see you next time. Bye guys!